It's been nearly 25 years since Princess Diana was killed in a car crash in Paris. Now her son, Prince Harry, is working to ensure that her charitable contributions continue in parts of Africa.
That's right. Just yesterday, the Prince played a charity polo match at the Aspen Valley Polo Club. This is in Colorado, to raise funds for the organization he co-founded to help children in southern Africa. Manuel Bojorquez was at that match and joins us now. Hey there, Manny. Good morning.
Good morning to you. As you know, Prince Harry is involved in several charitable organizations and events, including the Invictus Games, which are for wounded veterans. But it's this annual event held here at the Aspen Valley Polo Club that is clearly very close to his heart as he seeks to carry on his mother's legacy.
Prince Harry arrived at this year's charity polo match near Aspen, an event that's part glitz, part grit, all in the name of an organization he co-founded 16 years ago, inspired by his mother, Princess Diana. Centebale was the name of her favorite flower and translates into forget-me-not. The phrase, says the Centebale organization, reflects its efforts to bring awareness and support to children and young people in southern Africa affected by extreme poverty, inequality, and HIV/AIDS, causes that were near and dear to his mother. It's the kind of work Prince Harry has previously highlighted.
Centebale means forget-me-not, also for the simple case of, not forgetting the children, and also, not forgetting our mothers, who both Princesa and I lost at a fairly young age.
Longtime friend and Argentinian polo player Nacho Figueras spoke to us after the match.
Tell me how important this event is for you, but also for Harry with the connection to his mother.
So I've been involved with this charity for a very long time. The reason is because Harry is very committed to it. It's something that's close to his heart. The fact that it is so close to his heart makes me want to add my grain of sand.
It's been nearly 25 years since the prince lost his mother and very publicly had to say goodbye, as a stunned world also mourned the loss. Since then, Prince Harry has visited some of the same places his mother did to continue to raise awareness.
How have you seen him grow and evolve into the person he is today?
He's one of my dearest friends. I love that he created a family that was always his dream, to marry someone that he loves and having children. So I'm very happy to see him at that stage of his life.
Prince Harry did not make any public comments at the match, but the event program did feature a statement signed by the prince and the co-founder of the organization. And they say that as we approach the anniversary of his mother's death, they remember her tireless work to support and destigmatize those experiencing HIV/AIDS, and, quote, we remember her spirit and her legacy. Errol, Anne-Marie?
And Manuel, I'm wondering what the reaction from the crowd was there to seeing Prince Harry. I mean, Anne-Marie was just telling me the athlete you spoke with is known as the David Beckham of polo. She knows a thing or two about polo.
Not really. I know he's coming to Philly, that's all.
What was the reaction there just from folks watching?
Yeah, clearly big names there, of course. Now, the event was not open to the public, but those who did pay to be here and contributed to the organization, well, of course, there was a lot of enthusiasm, especially when those two took to the field there and they saw Prince Harry score several times.
Not bad. So he's a pretty good polo player as well.
Well, maybe they're letting him win.
Exactly. Manny, really good seeing you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Manny.
Good to see you.